Hello and welcome to Tabletalkers, Band of Iron. When last you left the band, they had consolidated power in Raktesh, brought the Graveguard into the Band of Iron proper, and all got together to large-scale invade the Forbidden Zone, it seems, since they have credible reason to believe that something very bad is happening over there. In the interim, Peon went on a journey of self-discovery, let's say, and has since rejoined with the band proper. Some orcs went to Kinglegrad, they say, got some special equipment, including one armored personnel carrier of sorts. Or maybe two, I think. Two, yeah. And some repulsor type armor. And the band is en route to the Forbidden Zone from Raktesh capital. Is there anything that you guys would like to do during this journey that I should be made aware of now so I can get it taken care of before we get there? Because that's going to be a fair amount of time in game.
Sorry, I'm dying. I don't know. Oh, you motherfucking... Oh, this goddamn thing.
Oh, James figures that out. Peon would like to cast Scrying on Tadori's siblings. See how they're doing.
You gotta pick one. That's the rule.
The daughter, youngest sister.
Okay. That's a what save?
Wisdom save.
Do you have anything that makes it to where they're more likely to fail?
Familiarity.
Yeah.
So it's like a plus or -2.
It's a -5.
Oh. I don't remember.
Like a picture of their likeness is a -2.
No, I think that was a 10.
No,
that's the part. Yeah, that's the thing
like
of
the
them.
Part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, factor that into your DC. And then wisdom save, that would be a 26.
Fucking how the hell is my sister that
Alright.
good?
Never mind. I don't see shit.
Okay,
Good.
you do try to scry upon her, and then...
Well, she just
James?
knows it's there.
Hush. And then the mark that you recently got singes you slightly.
Got it. Welp. I guess I was right to Tadori's brother saying his siblings are good.
They're on a different dimension that doesn't write that way.
No, never mind then.
You put it in the bag,
Keep
it
that in the brain.
doesn't do anything. Okay. Is there anything else I can sadly prevent you from doing?
Nah, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you. You
I'm
ruined the
sorry.
night. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Didn't want to have fun anyway.
Well, you got something to investigate, but I don't really think you want to do it.
No, not particularly.
Anybody else have anything?
I'm attuned to that dagger, I'm attuned to that sword, and I'm attuned to that greatsword. I can't really upgrade that dagger. I don't think I have the required skill level to upgrade that. Or that, for that matter. That was specialty. Like, no way in hell I could upgrade that.
I think I do. I don't know if I've done it yet or not.
What you doing?
I'm waiting for James.
No, go ahead. I'm looking at rune crafting stuff. It's gonna take me a minute.
I don't know if I try to communicate and ponder with you or begin. It's reaching max familiarity with it.
Are you talking about your stone?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it's there. It is what it has been. Are you trying
I
something
don't know
with
if
it?
I don't know if it was like more like in tune now.
Just because it's always on you, it'd be a basic insight check, but let's just say you get the idea that you and it are on good terms. Like it's got you.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know if it.
Are you
Let me see.
trying anything?
I want to try to communicate with it.
Just be an insight check. Just because. Roll dice. I should do that every now and then.
How fucking dare you? How goddamn dare you, dude?
Make us
What
roll
the
dice.
fuck? What the
I mean, I
actual
keep it
fuck is wrong with you?
You know, power trip.
Fucking making people roll dice in a goddamn dice rolling game. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Make Medina roll dice, rolling a 27 against my 17 save DC.
You chose a really
26.
bad target.
That's the only one I remember.
No. Nice around.
I have that one. I have 4 younger siblings.
And they were all forgettable.
Hey,
I
26.
only remember the one I gave something to.
I remember the one that gave me poison in a hand.
26.
26? That's
Yep.
really quite high.
I have a +8 to.
Since you've had this thing, it's always had its own battle lust. It's part of what makes it to where if you activate it, you gotta spend all the charges and all that. At the moment, you feel like that's more in tune with you than its own designs originally were.
It's become battle.
It's become what?
Like it's become more battle hardened, or it's like become more.
It doesn't have its own desires. They line up with yours.
Oh,
They become one. Weapon and Meister like Soul Eater.
Never seen that anime.
You should.
Really?
Solid.
It's a pretty good anime.
I
so
haven't
that's
seen a
something
lot
you
of
fucking
things.
seen, huh? That is.
I didn't know Disney made Soul Eater. My bad, that is.
Okay, it's Disney and anime.
Sitting here happily, all of a sudden Thaddeus gets shot the fuck up.
And honestly, the manga is better.
Well, yeah, the manga is still going on when they made the animes. They said, we'll make our own ending.
Ah, Full Metal Alchemist round 1.
Yeah. They won't give me a remake of it. I'm so sad.
But that's what you get from your pondering of the erratically shaped rock.
Oh, what is? Oh, that's.
One more time.
What form is? I can't forget. Is Bartimus still in the wolf form?
I think
Okay.
We haven't worked with Barnabas in so long.
I really don't keep track of it.
It's been a minute. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he's still wolf. That's fine. It's.
Is it possible to put more than 2 things, more than 2 types of gem dust on a thing?
I wouldn't suggest it.
But that doesn't
Why
mean
not?
Higher cost and things either cancel out or get weird. Like put fire on
what I'm
something and put
looking
ice
for.
on something and it just doesn't do
Well,
anything.
no, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for, say somebody or something breathed fire at me. Yes, I know I'm basically immune to that at this point. But say let's say I want to have that energy be eaten and pushed back at them.
There's a special thing for that. I do not believe Thaddeus ever shared what it was.
I do indeed know what it is, but I did not share what it was.
You're a piece of shit.
I think it's on my list of, hey, this is what
You're
all
a
these things
downright
do.
dirty, rotten piece of shit.
Yes, on Thaddeus's list, his in case I want to backstab the band.
No, I would never do that.
The only member of the band actively trying to figure out ways of killing the band. The only one.
He's
You
Batman.
know what? That's not on my list. That's something that Eric put in his little chat thing.
Contingency plans.
It's the other one that's on my list.
Batman's contingency plans were not to kill his friends, they were to subdue his friends. He wants to kill us.
Heroes never die.
No, if I wanted to kill you, I would have killed you already.
I don't think Jodek's capable of killing us on his own.
I
I
disagree.
think he could get real fucking close with some of you. But
Put
I'm
you to sleep
fucking
and then
immortal.
pops your head
so
like a grape.
good luck with that.
I have a lot of things at my disposal.
Thaddeus,
I am
can-
fucking immortal.
I'm not helping my case.
I am fucking immortal.
Thaddeus, in case you forgot, I can do 4-digit damage.
So can he.
I can do 4 damage.
4 damage.
More damage.
I can do it once.
Alright, but it doesn't sound like anybody has. You can do it once. More additional things.
I can get there consistently and stop you from healing and heal myself. So yeah.
It's Garnet for the reflection thing.
Yeah, Garnet is siphon/transfer energy, but what the
Transfer is
fuck?
also a reflection.
Okay.
That's-
Anyway,
Now that was more for like necrotic heal yourself. That's kind of the same stuff that's in your sword. There's a different
what's in my
thing
sword.
that was actively mitigate incoming
Oh, yeah,
damage.
Thaddeus, did you put that on my shield? Is that what this,
All the things that I put on their shields and Peon's armor?
Yeah.
You're
So that's
right
what this
on.
is?
Oh,
The 2d4
backwards.
damage reduction from non-physical psychic?
Yeah.
That's from a gym? Oh,
That's
okay.
one.
Make sure.
anyway.
Thad, you want to put them in your armor?
You haven't given me
That's
your
fucking-
armor to put it on.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean he does have time. You do have time.
But I had things I was going to go do.
You're going to go somewhere when you're stuck on a skyship.
Now I was going to go. I was going to go talk to the grave. Not talk to the graveyard. I was going to go set up the graveyard to go train my intelligence.
I see. That's actually something you can do while on the skyships. Because they have their own and they're with you. This is a fucking imposing sight. There's a lot of ships flying through the sky. And a fair amount of forces on the ground, but it's mainly things in the sky because they know ground is scary.
Mm-hmm. I have
God.
nothing else.
You know, I can't runecraft what I'm thinking of. So,
How much
That's
moonstone
out.
do you have?
me?
Yes.
A decent amount?
Okay.
Pretty sure I still have like a grand's worth of moonstone and a random assortment of other. Yeah.
I found my chart. If you're gonna try to craft anything.
Well, I don't have the required skill set.
Now that
So
you can tell him
what
to.
I'm going to do the entire time is get more in touch with my soul stone.
What would you need for the crafting?
I don't need anything for the crafting. I'm not going to craft. I don't need anything besides the knowledge to do what I wanted to do, or attempt to do what I wanted to do, because I wanted to make a weird thing. But I don't have the knowledge that I require to do the thing I need to do, because somebody found out a thing and then withheld information.
I told you about it once.
I have 6.
I doubt it.
I don't need to do it again.
Anyway,
Reflecting upon the stone, you're basically gonna get what you have been getting from it, since, you know, you got it. The idea that it's kind of in a weird, like... If it could be contemplative, that's what it's doing.
I want to hear and understand its contemplativeness.
You cannot.
Fuck.
Somebody else started to say something.
I know. I haven't. No, I haven't met them. But I know they exist. Does that count? I don't
For
know how
what?
spells work. Do I have to know a motherfucker? Like have met the motherfucker before I could just do something, or just know that they exist to do
Depends
something?
on the spell.
Dream.
I gotta look it up because I've never fucked with Dream before.
I'll look it up. I got it. Are we going with the legacy version of Dream or Dream?
You're gonna wait a couple seconds for me to read it.
Hey.
Converse amongst yourself.
How's life?
So what exactly are you wanting on your whatever it is you want, Medina, Caleb?
Huh?
It sounded like you wanted some crafting done.
Oh no, I thought you couldn't. I thought you couldn't mix them.
No, I can.
I was just asking if that was what it was up there because I couldn't remember.
I was just asking if you could put whatever resist thing you put on the other one on my new
No
one.
problem.
And then
That's not an issue at all.
In order for Dream, the creature has to be known to you. I would define known to you as you having actually known them.
Okay. So
Not
they do
simply
have to be
are aware
known
of.
to me.
Correct.
Okay.
Conversation minimum.
Oh no, I was going for the bad side of things.
Irrelevant.
Fair. I remember Dream, the right version. I don't know which of the. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but anyway, I was gonna go for killing a motherfucker, or 2 or 3.
Need to know.
Okay.
Thaddeus, so you're trying to craft? Yay, nay?
It depends on if I still have time. 'Cause first and foremost,
You got a while.
To get training.
It's like this
Secondly,
is
I was
probably a
crafting.
few
Thirdly,
weeks.
I was going to say, try to commune with my own stone as well, since the other 4 have. 3 have. Those are the stages of things I want to do.
Your stone's special. That means it actually is special. What's your first thing?
First thing was setting up the intelligence to get training.
Well, that's talking with them over there, and that's a whole ass scene. The other thing in passive is you doing crafty things, right?
Yes, I was in passive doing crafty things.
Okay, what crafty things are you doing?
What crafty things did they want? I know that Caleb wants me to infuse his armor with the, absorption thing. Absorption negation thing. So that's 1 point. I do not know what Fashionir wants.
Oh, my shield's already been rune crafted.
Yes.
Armor rune crafted? This attunement, or is this something else?
It's an attunement. It's just a bonus on
reaction
top
thing.
of it.
No, that came from Attica. If you're
No,
talking
my
about
armor is the only thing
reflect.
that can be rune crafted.
Your weapon,
Nope, that's got to get a rune thing on it. I think.
your glaive? I don't think I did any rune crafting on your
I'm
glaive.
with this crystal.
Well, one of his glaives is also God Wars, so it's a force blade. It's not physically possible to inscribe that.
Oh, yeah.
I got a piece of the dragon amethyst crystal.
Now that's
That's
just
later.
in it that can channel its energy along the thing. But like the thing itself can't be inscribed because it's not a physical object.
So it's just my armor. That can be rune crafted.
Yeah.
What else can you do? I forgot. Oh, the thing. Crafting.
I can make it heal you. I can just make it heal you from when you attack things. I can give you extra force, extra ice, extra fire, extra wind.
Siphon
Fire
only
damage.
works on things that hit things, so unless you're planning on him body checking something with it, it's probably not going to heal him.
True. If it's his armor, then healing for your emeralds. Jade for that you go a bit faster, move faster.
I introduced this
For
mechanic
potential teleportation.
so long ago.
Yep.
And now
Just
we're
for
having an
teleportation.
honest look at it.
I forgot.
Years it's been sitting there. The paper and the fucking writing on it has started to yellow and die.
What else is there? Oh, and I can negate elemental things. So those are the 4 options you have.
I don't need to negate because I want to use it. Go, boom, back at you.
Well, no, there's a difference between, well, yeah, I guess if damage gets negated, it wouldn't then go pume with as much damage, would it?
Yeah.
I got you.
Is it teleportation?
Teleportation, you say?
I can only move so fast, my little legs.
Well, if that's the case, you have one that displaces things, and another one that inscribes it with wind stuff. So one of them might make you move faster, the other one might, either give access to a teleport or, get you out of trouble sometimes.
I know Diamond will teleport weapons if they're thrown.
Mhm.
From that one weapon I made from Diamond. But armor, I'm not sure about. I am letting you know this before I get started on it.
Teleport the armor into another location. I'm just naked.
It works.
That is a risk.
Is the movement like permanent, or is it something I have to use a turn?
It should be additional movement, so you just move a bit faster. How much faster? I don't know. But faster. I haven't done a whole lot of testing with.
In my
Jade.
mind, alright, it's time for wartime shit, like actual this time. Things are gonna get fucked. Meanwhile, the party. You know that crafting thing we've had access to for like 4 years? Gotta do it now.
You know the fact that you fucked up by saying, hey, you got a lot of time on your hands, what do you want to do?
You've had a lot of time on your hands, a lot of time.
And we always do something that takes a long time to figure out what the hell you want to do. And it takes us 2 sessions to figure that out, and then we finally get to the thing. Every fucking time.
Gotta make my Everest.
Always that way.
Do we have a long rest or short rest? No.
Motherfucker, we
long
have like
rest.
400 long rests.
Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of long rests. Never mind. So Ashmere,
Yes.
you're dealing with the crystal plague. This is crystal magic. It may or may not be related. Again, all these warnings before we get started.
Seems a bit risky. I think I'll keep my armor the way it is.
Are you
You
sure?
gonna answer that?
Nah.
I didn't know our bags made sounds.
Holy shit, it vibrates? What the fuck? How do you turn that setting on?
Don't worry, it's just therapy hacks. I am missed session. So are you sure?
I'm sure.
But it could very well benefit you now. I can just remove it later. I can always remove enchantment or infusion.
I can play for you. Then, I'll take the movement. Is there any, wait, before you do that, is there anything that just increases stats? Or is it no?
Not explicitly.
Gotcha.
Again, there may be a unique interaction somewhere with something, but nothing explicitly increases any stat.
Gotcha.
As far as I am currently aware.
I ain't gonna say shit. Don't give me that look.
We've only left this crafting mechanic sit for 2-3 years. It's our fault for not exploring it more.
Only one with the knowledge.
And fault of whoever made Moonstone so readily are unavailable.
We know who that was. We know who did that. We know exactly who did that.
Okay, so you have one crafting project with a bunch of jade and a bunch of moonstone. How much of each?
Right. Of course, you have to have a balanced amount of moonstone to balanced amount of jade. I just have an assorted bag of gems. And because I know, can we say that we've been collecting moonstone when we get the chance? Because we know that we can do moonstone or room infusion.
I'm gonna be generally kind. You have the entire fucking, all your shit and everything that the Graveguards bring in it.
Okay.
So for right now, I'm not worrying about it.
$90 of each was safe before. That gave me about 2d6 worth. What's above 90? 110?
105, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150.
Let's go with 110
You sure?
of each. No,
Stop
but I'm sticking with it.
Stop asking him that question.
You go 130. 150 even.
400.
But the higher you go, the higher the DC, and I don't know if I can reach high enough.
There's a reason I stopped at
To deal with
150.
So,
Go 130.
115.
You have a
It's-
dice rolling
as
for
far as I'm going,
Sure about that? What about 120? 130 is right there.
15 is good. I think 115 is good.
Knock it down to 110.
Okay, 110 it is. What would you like me to roll? Or
Then you
can
gotta
I
roll
roll
for
now?
that.
Cool.
It should be its own thing.
It is its own thing. I have expertise is one thing.
Good.
Felt it might be necessary.
See, you would have been
Back in the
fine at 150. Now roll it. So I can break it
Um,
and you get more absorbent.
33.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind. It's not done yet. But you were wagering on a 2d8 equivalency. So keep that in mind.
Yep. I will make a note of that.
Any other projects that he has to work on?
What did I get from mine, Thaddeus?
Hmm?
I said, what do I get from my armor?
For your armor, you could have all the same things I just mentioned from Adina. Plus the absorption one that you had previously.
That's what I wanted.
You want the absorption one.
Yeah.
It would be wrong of me to not just give him the same amount. Go for a 110.
Okay. Roll it.
I actually need to mark off that one because it's expended gem for something collecting all this time.
Yeah, you don't have a bunch of those. Those only exist whenever somebody makes an oopsie.
I need to calculate. I mean, I have plenty of them, but
I have 2,000 gold pieces of gemstones if you need.
I've 1,130 gemstones of wasted gemstone. I think I'm good.
Okay.
10, 20, 20. 10, 20. And die roll. You know, you could be assisting me with these.
Shut up.
If you're
No,
watching
you're on your own. They're over time. He's on his own. No one help him.
I feel like it'd be more detrimental. I don't know what the fuck Peon. Peon doesn't know what he's doing.
No, but Dory
I'm
knows
a
what he's
dwarf.
doing. I have a 32.
Okay.
I'm a dwarf. I could probably help.
Todori does know what he's doing. Todori totally didn't expertise that.
That one is also in the process of being made. What else are you doing?
Those are the only two projects I think I needed to do. So those are the end of my projects. Everything else is just communal stone.
Okay,
I think
then.
that's all I needed to do.
Well, you were gonna go talk to the graveyard, but
Well, that's
if we're doing commune, why do I know your shit better than you? If we're doing commune with stone, though, it seems agitated, almost excited, which is a lot for a rock to feel.
It is. I want to ask why.
You speak to the rock. It is a rock.
It's a rock that's spoken to me before.
It was in the concept. It was in the context of a legend lore, big, special, powerful spell, and it almost killed your sister.
That's a good point. I kind of don't want to talk to the rock again like that.
Your sister that's not your sister, but is still your sister.
It's still my sister in every way that counts.
It's still not your sister in every other way that doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not them, but you're them. That's no.
But she's my half sister. Stepsister? No, half sister.
Oh, whoa. Careful throwing them words around, buddy.
Y'all should open the Bible.
Have many times.
It gets a little hot in my hands when I hold it. I can't do it.
God damn it, Medina.
Yeah, precisely.
To reconfirm, actually, one thing. God's Slayer weapons were too force-based to be infused.
They do not have a physical blade.
Real something. Okay, cool.
Does the Death Dagger have a physical blade?
Yes.
When it also qualifies as a... Because it qualifies as a fucking God Wars weapon. Like, it does the same thing.
Oh, that thing. Yes, that one actually is very special. You said Death Dagger. I had to think about which one it is. That one's like a weird black rock almost, but not like obsidian, like a more mottled in gray. With weird little gold lines on it. It's decidedly not like a big force weapon like you've seen the other guys have, but it has special shit going on with it. But because it is a physical item, it can in fact be inscribed if you so desired.
I don't want him to break my shit. And I don't want to break my shit.
You don't break the weapon, you just break the gems.
Yeah, but that's also inscribing things on metal. This isn't metal.
I've inscribed things on wood before.
I've attuned to this dagger.
Congratulations, you have the very first item one of the PCs got. It's still equipable into the late game, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, I have the dagger. I am attuned to it. I'm going to stay attuned to it because it's a great backup weapon. Or offhand weapon, I mean. But I've never identified it. But you also identify with you as hit or miss, and I don't like.
I have a first level spell, it's better than anything else could ever make. No, it is not.
It just tells you what the thing is all
It's
it
like
does.
XP leveling. I'm the most powerful wizard. Why? I killed 5,000 boars.
Anyway.
That's a lot of boars. It means that you have to go hunt them down, find them, and then...
I will destroy everything you love. I've done it once.
Cool.
I'll do it again. You get a whole new family.
Arik, please. They've done nothing. They've done nothing to you.
Heading over to Graveguard, or is somebody else gonna start doing something before we get into talking?
I want to know what the fuck this dagger is. Go ahead.
Okie doke.
Not like I can
If
figure out what the fuck I want to figure out. I do not have legend lore.
You have wish?
Can I cast 9th level spells?
I don't know what level you are.
I cast a wish to do better identify.
Same as you, motherfucker.
He doesn't know
I
what
don't know
level
what
he
level
is.
I am.
I cast Wish.
Eric?
I just am.
Shooting star flash.
Eric?
Mushma.
I wish for Jodak to go through a second death.
He's done that already.
A third death. Sorry, I didn't know he died twice.
He may have done that already.
I don't think
he's
he
on number
has.
5.
No, I don't think he is.
He's definitely on at least 2.
I know he's on second death, but he has not gone past second death.
I've technically experienced more than 2 deaths.
That's not what I said. Experiencing a death and dying are very different.
I feel like I would be aware of that, considering I've died twice now.
I wished for Jodak to die. How about that? Anything happen? Does the spell go off?
Turn
Am
the
I-
genie, can I
am
whisper
I at
down?
Am I at a D4 strength for however many weeks?
Even with that, I could still genie you. And I feel bad about that. You gonna go talk to the graveyard? Is anybody else doing anything else?
I'm gonna go for my. I have weekly sessions with the therapy hag, but that's all written, so it's fine.
Please
I also
do
gotta
not
write
make
a
me sit
message.
here and do that. They're so long.
I also have a message every day to the bagman, asking him how his day is going, asking him how he is.
Bro
Every
is
day.
real bad about ghosting.
That's fine. I knew that going into this relationship. I was okay with it.
Maybe that was an acid.
What?
Going to the bad place where the slug things are at. Certain thing of acid they didn't like.
Oh, it was just acid. And Graveyard took care of that.
Okay, Eric, I just remembered one more thing I wanted to do. Or ask you
Alright. We'll continue adding to the tally.
about. Yep, sorry. This is the last thing, I think.
You're acting for everyone, it's
dust.
okay.
Where did we get that from? And is there a way that we collect more before we get to where we're going?
Don't remember, not that I know of.
Okay. That is all.
I was wondering if I could put like a blasting cap on it to get more range.
Huh?
All we need to do is have like another little glass vial made to be inserted, fill it with black powder, put a little
Well,
like in
problem
that,
one is black powder isn't a thing in setting. They had access to magic this entire time. They never went toward that branch of technology.
That's why in my setting, they did branch to that side of things. Because they didn't have access to magic like that.
Why make bullet when can cast fireball?
And when can't cast fireball, must make bullet.
I need someone to make me a small nickel-sized room.
Okay. We'll carry on with Jodak going to Graveyard. You hop on one of the wyverns that you have and head toward, I'm assuming, the Graveyard flagship?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. I need to cough 1 moment. Oh, better. You fly over there. There's some amount of surprise as, scraw. But your allies.
What happened to my carpet?
I mean, you also have a carpet. I just assumed wyvern because it would look cooler. Sure, nah, get on your fucking carpet. Go there like a
I
nerd.
just remember what happened to my carpet.
Screw you.
Did I give it to Ryder? Did it get burned? Did it get shredded? I remember a lot of things that's happening to it.
I'm pretty sure it's unhappy, but in your back. Your little landing zone from the portable hole.
I'm riding my wyvern because I haven't ridden my wyvern in a while. And he's going to get upset with me.
Scraw.
Hello? You, go get Lucas, please? Somebody? I say it's like coming for a Randy.
Yeah, fair enough. Just later. They wander off. Everybody kind of looks at you a wee bit awkwardly as your wyvern surveys the area slightly hungrily.
I'm sure it's some extra food for them. I mean, lifetime supply of fish and all.
Well, yeah, but that's only from that one place. You gotta get it dried. And shit. But shortly after, Lucas will come on deck and kind of cock his head at your arrival. Jodak, what can I do for you?
Hey, Lucas, I need to talk to you for a bit.
Okay.
Never mind. I just had some questions I wanted answered.
Okay.
I am not starting this very well. I am
No,
so
you're
sorry.
not. Alright, are they the kind of questions you want to talk about behind closed doors that happen to belong to me or here on the deck? How much, oh god, should I be expecting?
Behind
Your
closed
silence
doors
scares me.
is fine enough, I think.
Okay. Well, in that case, tie that thing off and come this way.
Let me do exactly that. Don't eat anybody. Okay.
It kind of garumps.
Thank you. I'll go catch up to Lucas.
You head into the, not like captain's area. Not like the pilot's area, but like the captain's quarters. And he'll lean against one of the, tables in there and go, "So what seems to be the issue?"
Not really an issue, I suppose. I will say, I don't remember who it was. But one of your men made a comment that I feel we probably, our group, Bastion's group, take more seriously than we have been.
That
Which
comment
again,
being?
is not a great way to start this sentence. And I'm sorry about that. That's a habit of mine.
Just get it off your chest. What's going on here?
Someone made a comment about how we do not have an intelligence network. So I wanted to come and ask you, how do you set up and train an intelligence network?
That
Or people to do intelligence research for you?
that's a lot of explanation.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
So are you asking me to have someone teach you how to, or what? Where's the end here?
I would like to know what I am doing. But I also would like to get my guys trained.
That's more like a lifestyle than something you just learn.
So you a type of thing where you teach people as they're growing up?
But no,
Bring
you
them
just
from
need to
infancy?
have the people that are more inclined to it, and then give them a chance to do so, but it's really not something you get to do when you're actively leading, you know? We have an intelligence thing of our own, the lead operatives here on ship I can introduce you to if you so desire, but I do not know how far that conversation will go.
If the whole deal is that you need to have someone who's inclined for that type of work, then meeting them might help me look for or find the signs I need to look for someone who's inclined to leading such a group.
Just so I can prepare them, are you seriously at square zero here? How you're speaking, it sounds as though you've done nothing clandestine whatsoever.
We have a bunch of orcs. We've just kind of been doing.
Yes, but you yourself.
I know a little bit, but I don't know enough.
Now see, playing dumb is one thing, and actively being ignorant of something is another. I have severe reasons to distrust your statement that you're starting from zero here. Are you being honest?
Have you seen the Band of Iron do anything?
I've seen them a lot. We've also seen you. Yeah, sure, most of the things that we actually have stuff on is more like, oh, they tried to do something as opposed to follow through of it. But we also have some interesting insights into your nature. And if I am to believe that one such as you is not in that field, then there are some very core principles that I may need to re-examine.
Alright, let me reiterate then. I'm looking to set up a more typical type of network. Much less like the one that I am currently aware of.
Ease of access. Given your words that you're saying here, I highly doubt you have someone that you can trust over there. I understand. Having one of ours helm your department's likely not something you want to do, but you could give them a protege. And unless you believe that they'd be poisoned, perhaps they would grow to learn in time. Simply teaching you how to do it is not something quick. You understand?
I didn't expect it to be. I didn't think I would have time to, learn the ins and outs on my own, considering who we are. So, would you find that acceptable? To find a protege for one of your men?
Yes, the terms I just gave you are acceptable to me.
I didn't know if that was a offer, hey, I want something back.
No, we are working together in this and all things, whilst we are part of the same band, I suppose. Your success is our success.
That it is. And if you have anyone in mind, specifically, please let me know. I will be looking for someone who I think fits the bill.
Well,
but simply might have different.
Simply stay on board, and I'll go talk to my people and send someone with you on the ride back.
That does work. Thank you.
Word of advice. I'm giving this person to you from our more clandestine part. Maybe don't accept a lot of the things they say at face value. I don't really know how they play over there.
Everything you say with a grain of salt. Understood.
Okay, I need to run below deck. You enjoy our hospitality, I suppose.
You have any spare fish or anything?
I'm sure someone can get you something. And they start to head out of their office.
I'm gonna make sure my wyvern hasn't eaten anybody.
It does not appear to have eaten anybody. However, the post that you tied it to, shit's broken. Like, there are claw marks, there are some teeth marks. It will never be the same again.
Yeah, that's on me. I didn't tell you not to break anything.
After about 10 minutes, they will walk onto the deck with a halfling in tow. Well, Jodek, this is... Arik doesn't have his big book of names. It is too far away for him to reach.
You're willingly giving me another name?
I don't have a choice. The fuck you mean?
You only have to ask for those. Let me just go here to my little name jar.
This is... Bento Lamoy. Real halfling ass name there.
He's a box.
He's a lunchbox.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they will extend their small halfling hand.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Lamoy.
Hello there. I've never flown before on a beast.
Would you prefer not to fly on the beast?
I think we're too late for that.
I mean, not really.
I'd already accepted it in my heart. Don't do this to me.
Don't worry, he won't.
If you say bite, I will never trust you again.
Say again?
If you say bite, I will never trust you again.
That's not what I was going to say.
You peer back at the wyvern, it's gnawing the board that it's connected to.
That's not at all what I was going to say. But, he probably will do that. Anyway, you ready to go?
As I have been ordered.
I'm just going to help this halfling get up on my wyvern whose name I have forgotten.
They scramble with their
Shame
short
that I
legs.
forgot it.
And then eventually kind of end up in the saddle area.
Hopping in myself and taking off back to our ship.
They clutch tightly the entire way across. And then you land.
Sure, won't get thrown off randomly.
Well, that's why they're holding the fuck on.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Comments like that are why people have to roll animal handling checks when they shouldn't.
Comments like what?
Roll that check.
I was just looking for an excuse to roll more dice. That's all it was.
And fail so we can kill this halfling.
What's with you in killing halflings? Stop killing halflings. Okay,
Got a what?
18.
Okay. Make it across, no real issue. Land on deck. You both hop off.
Here we are. See, wasn't that fun?
No.
It was a short flight, but... No? Would you prefer if we got you a wyvern of your own?
No, and now that I'm here, I need to get some basic documentation, people in your employ, who am I supposed to be working with, all that stuff.
Right this way.
Along with something
Wait,
signifying
wait,
a certain amount of autonomy so I can get my job done.
Right, not this way. We go that way to go find Vashnir. You know what? We write letters. Do we have ink? Can I just stamp my ring on a sheet of paper?
Well, it's not exactly a unique ring. They are signifiers, but the thing in and of itself is absolutely copyable. And I do not believe the Vashnir would let such a flagrant security risk stand.
Yeah, I just need to go find Vashnir. See if he doesn't have like something extra.
Well, you know where he is, you find him.
Hey, Vashnir. I have a question for you.
What's the question?
Do you have a sigil? Something to represent you besides, you know, the rings.
Hello there.
I did have a stamp made, didn't I?
Oh yeah, hi, this is Mental Lamore. He's from...
Hello there.
I've
from
been
Big
given to
Ship.
you from the graveyard. I'm originally from Salika, though. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to meet you. What do you need a sigil for?
I need something to show that Mr. Bento here has some amount of authority. So, you know, he won't be stopped by every other orc that he walks by.
Jodak, since you're the one responsible for his recruitment, you can just kind of feel like an ever-deepening frown from his direction.
Be something, but not the rings. Letter and a
No, really. You just say, hey, Jodak told me to do this. And you'll probably be fine.
I'm figuring as much.
Yeah, no, you will definitely be fine just with that.
with what?
Worst case scenario, just write me a letter. I'll probably answer fast enough. If you have the orc's name, I'll send them a letter as well. I'll confirm that I'm giving rightful orders. There we go. Situation handled.
Jodak, is it fine if I express a certain amount of autonomy at this time?
Feel free to.
Okay. Hello, Vashnir. I have been essentially given to your man here to head and construct the intelligence network of the Band of Iron. As part of that, they need to be able to see me as one of yours so that they actually are willing to trust me and do what I say. My personal requests are for at least a strong second from amongst your lieutenants or sub-lieutenants, whatever you so choose, that I will then try to teach in the manner which I was taught. For the interim times, until they actually achieve that, though, I will be running things in your... whatever it is you want to call that department. Okay?
Understood.
If there is anything in particular you would like me to start working on as soon as those things I mentioned are completed, then I can get to work the moment they're done. Until such a time as the skeletal structure of your thing is completed, though, I will be utilizing the Graveguard backends. I hope that that is not too much of a problem, but it does mean that they will know most of the information you're looking up. Keep that in mind.
Understood.
I now defer to both of your judgments.
You're asking if this is fine and acceptable for now? Yes, it is.
Fine with me.
They look at you expectantly like, okay,
You're asking for a second.
now for the things I requested.
Is there anyone in particular that you would like, you know what?
These are your people, and they need to be the one that you trust the most, so it doesn't matter how much you don't trust me.
Come on, we're gonna go find Ryder.
Your main aeronautics expert.
Let's not go find Ryder. Then he won't be piloting the ships. We can go find Ward. You know what? Yeah, let's go find Ward. The only other orc whose name I have.
Nepotism. Thy name is Wart. You go through the deck. You eventually find Wart. They're kicking some back with some friends.
Hey, Ward.
Er.
Come here for a minute.
What's up? They
Come here.
clatter some things on the table and trundle over to you.
What's your current job? What do you do right now?
Right now, technically, I'm trying not to get in trouble for going outside the lines before. And, person that hits shit.
Cool. I want you to follow this guy around. Learn what he does. Essentially be his second.
They look down at him. What? If I may ask.
I'm gonna make you the head of our intelligence network.
I mean, he gives you the look like, are you sure about that?
Am I sure? I couldn't think of anybody better. Oh wait, this is Daddy saying I cannot think of anybody better. I know we have dwarves somewhere. I don't know who we have as dwarves anywhere.
It seems I did not get out and learn any of the men, so you are the only choice I know. Alright.
Unless you want to make it Vashnir's brother. He's the only other person here, but he does not belong to us.
People are everywhere. You do what you're gonna do, man.
Or now, I believe Ward to be the smartest person that we have met. Unless we still employ that one orc / dwarf that perfectly drew a map.
They're probably somewhere too.
Do you not feel yourself to be capable of such a job?
I'd just say I wouldn't exactly know him for being too smart. That said, I can come up with some out-of-the-box thinking as we saw earlier.
That's true. That you can. That's why I thought of you.
That said though, I don't know how well that translates to, intelligence. I just don't want to fuck shit up for you, boss. Not like in a bad way though. Good way.
You're having me pick one member of the several thousand we employ, of which I know like 2 names. Who's the smartest person you know then?
What do you mean? Define smart.
Quick on their feet. Good at coming off plans. Good with double speak.
I don't know what that last thing is, but I'd probably give most of the others to you and the other bosses.
Right. Okay.
I mean, of the things you listed, I'm probably the best at those.
You are not an option.
Only because you don't make me be an option, but you
No,
know.
you're not an
that's
option
fine.
because you're one of the leaders, and we can't just have it one of already present leaders being.
I'm one of the lieutenants that doesn't have his own little organization besides like 10 Illrigger dudes that just sit around doing their own thing. Just saying.
So I wanted a lieutenant in charge of this job. I would just take it myself. But I don't have
I
time to
wouldn't-
just do it myself.
Yeah, but what do I do?
You also
Usually.
don't have time to deal with it yourself.
What do I do?
You follow Vashtir, and you punch things.
And in the interim, like right now that we have a lot of,
Same that I do. You follow Vashtir, and you punch things.
in the interim, no. In the interim, I don't do anything. I let Vashtir go do his own thing. As a matter of fact,
But
y'all
you're gonna
motherfuckers
die
went
in 6
without me.
months.
No, I'm gonna die 6 months after we get done with the Crystal Plague. That could be a year and a half from now. However long it takes us to deal with the crystal threat is how long I have to live. Save the extra 6 months. That's my deal.
I would say mechanically the Spy Master really isn't frontline fighter. Just as far as operations go.
And I wasn't saying that. I was just simply saying I think the best one at doing everything he listed doing was me.
Eric, I'm gonna go around and try to find a spy master candidate.
We're gonna hold a tourney for Spy Master.
Bruv, I'll be real here. You have what you have. You have the cheat codes that you have access to. And you have the possibility of somebody, learning shit. Doesn't matter if they're not particularly smart, so long as they are able to think. And if nothing else, even the guy you picked. Outside the box thinking isn't gonna fucking hurt.
Outside the box
No.
isn't gonna hurt.
It just
You
may
can
be
learn
spelled
on the
wrong.
job. I mean, he
Correct.
is learning to be learning.
But he also wants to be a frontline fighter.
He also wants to be a frontline fighter.
Well, that's what they
Why I
were.
wonder.
It doesn't
And-
necessarily need to be what they continue to be.
No, correct. But you also can read minds and shit, so you can figure out which one of the fucking orcs is the sneakiest.
Oh yeah, I can do that, can't I?
Motherfucker!
I've been hesitating to read people's mind because that's an invasion of property or privacy.
I mean, you're not wrong on either account, but you know.
Yes, peer into the mind of the orc. I'm sure you'll like what you'll see.
I don't want to be made stupider by listening to his thoughts.
Bro's insulting this guy for no reason.
He's gonna find one that's just super eloquent, and he's gonna be a non-speaking orc. It's gonna be great.
I like Artie, who's super intelligent.
Artie's super intelligent because he melded with a fucking hive mind thing.
That's not
No,
Artie.
he's talking about your wyvern breeder.
Oh. I
He
don't
doesn't
know who these
speak. He
people
just thinks in pictures and draw pictures. But he doesn't think in words.
are. Hey, baby, baby. I don't know.
I've made so many of these orcs. Why do you keep letting me name the orcs?
Because I don't want to come up with them.
Stop letting me name the orcs.
No.
No.
That way you can be like, but where is X name? And then actually know and care about them. And I can be like, yeah. Name not found. Registry corrupted. Name not found.
I have so many names on my list. To keep things moving.
Oh, fuck.
Doesn't matter if you don't think very well now. You can learn how to later. Or you can find a way to make you. You can learn how to later.
Man, you and pep talks just don't get along, do they?
No, they do not.
Alright, boss, I'll go along with what the little guy says. Anything else I should know about this?
Ian had said, if you want, I can give you some cool powers to go along with it. This, for example, because you can read people's thoughts, which is really neat.
That's up to you, boss.
But anything else you need to know? Not really. Just learn all you can from him. All you chance. I'm sure you'll do great.
I guess I'll go along then. Here's an empty table. Let's get you set up there, little guy. And they just set up shop there, because where else are they gonna go right now? I would remind you I still require some certain amount of who am I dealing with, crew list, manifest, things like that. Do they exist? Do these things I'm asking for even exist?
No.
Alright. What's the first thing you're wanting me to start looking into? Outside of counterintelligence, because I'll work on that as it comes.
I'm forgetting your country names.
I heard my name.
Your country names at all.
Oh, I heard names, not my name.
There's a big list of them on Discord,
But there are.
along with a quick where the fuck it is. Or rather, what the fuck it is. Man, can you imagine if you set this up a year ago?
We could have set this up forever ago. Do you believe it'd be better to just establish the infrastructure for now?
Well, that's what he's saying he's gonna do regardless with the counter intel stuff. But what's the first thing that they can work toward so he can actually teach people how the fuck to do things?
First thing I would like to know about is whatever is happening in Belarus. But that's counterintelligence, and that's not just intelligence. Is that
Sorry,
right?
one more time.
I would like to know whatever is happening in Belarus,
Define.
specifically with the council.
What about the council? Are you asking the key players weaknesses that we can look into for them, or just like matters and agendas?
Members of the council
Sides.
thing to care about, matters, agendas, things that we could offer them.
Is the intent to get one of them under your thumb? Or to try to sway a certain vote that they'd be having? Council members are tricky, and their influence is smaller than you think, yet also great.
The intent is to create connection to one of them. Someone.
Sir, speak candidly.
That was me attempting to be candid.
Make a connection with one of them as, "Hi, we're the Band of Iron. Nice to meet you." And then they write back, "Cool. Stay out of our country, mercenary." And we go, "Okay."
I mean, like, form a strong working relationship such that we can go ask them for favors, or they can ask us for favors and we do things for them. Or we can get things from them.
So you are instead attempting to get a, what's the word? I forgot the word. It means...
Ally?
Oh, no, not an ally, a benefactor. What'd be the angle that they would want to sponsor us then?
Benefactor is a decent word. I suppose that would be fitting in this case. What, angle?
Somewhere, Filbert is sitting in a chair, feeling sad, and he doesn't know why.
Don't trust Filbert. Whatsoever.
I did say he doesn't know why. I get.
Sorry, was there anything else that you needed? Or
So,
questioning?
find an angle on a Villeneuve council member, attempt to get them to look at us fondly for some reason. Might I inquire if there is a goal here? So I can set some groundwork.
I didn't particularly have any goals. You said you wanted some sort of training exercise.
Well, if there's no
That
point
was
to
adequate
this,
as a training
then...
exercise. You see, there is a reason why you haven't set something like this up yet.
How about this? Do you have any assets in Villeneuve that a council member might be able to add to?
I believe we have a fort and a library.
They're one and the same. Very well, so... Would you
We
see
have
about
a permanent
them...
librarian.
Well, no, that's an entirely different faction in Villeneuve that you have...
Contract.
that you're in the good graces with, yeah. So we can see if there's any political power we can shift toward that. Would it just be something toward the base or something like that? Something easily shifted? Like a hunting territory nearby under your careful watch or something like that? Show you in a good light.
Yes. Yes.
Sir,
That sounds...
I'm going to act with autonomy from now on unless you specifically point me in a direction. This conversation has been very enlightening, and I mean that in the best possible way.
How would you mean the worst possible way? I am very aware.
I was told you guys didn't have anything, but this is...
We have been doing to just be doing.
earnest motherfuckers with godlike power. Yeah, I guess that'll do it.
I mean, it gets you pretty far, just being nice and honest.
Well, it helps when you have orcs. Specifically
Maybe not a little bit.
ex-warband raiders. They're not exactly filled with complicated thoughts.
You guys didn't burn down Kinkelgrad, did you?
I don't know. I went there, we had a conversation. We did what they asked, and then we got the stuff and brought it back. And then he looks surprised at himself.
You didn't burn anything?
I didn't burn anything.
When I say you, I mean the general.
He's always
you.
having
Everybody
heart
who-
palpitations and he doesn't know why.
I didn't burn nothing.
Wait, I don't want
The
to know.
palpitations are getting worse.
I knocked out a seawall.
If you don't want to act with autonomy, would it be easier to just find a way to get us a foothold in Kinkelgrad?
Well, do you want me to go toward Bellinue or Kingelgrad?
Anyway, they don't do a whole lot over there. But Kinkelgrad is all about money. I feel like it'd be easier and simpler and might help us repair some bridges that may or may not have been burned. over the
Decidedly
last-
not simpler. That place is a den of snakes.
Is it better than the country of sloths?
Yes, they'll give you a, oh, we'll get back to you, and then like 50 years later there's a thing, and then you have to try and find ways to subvert it. The other ones will say, yeah, sure, come in, and then after you eat and dine and are supposed to be safe, your friends start dying around you. Or you go back to your hotel and discover that all of a sudden the ground beneath it is not quite as sturdy as you thought it was, and this, relatively cheap establishment near the river begins to slide down into the river. And then they'll look
Yes,
pointedly
that-
at the orc.
Ow!
That seems more complicated. So, yes, Bellini would be preferable.
I'll see if I can't get you any bells and whistles for your base there. Maybe a road, if we're lucky.
A road would be nice so we don't need to just fly through the mountains.
It's more the jungle that's the problem. But I'll get to work, you probably have more important things to do.
Yeah, good luck.
Now
You're
there is
probably gonna need
something
it.
that exists to work on in the background.
That is now the end of my project.
Alright. Anything else going on? No ideas in the intro? Very well. Gear shift is about to be so hard, the transmission might fall out. As you guys are approaching the Forbidden Zone, during one of the nights of flight, you see off in the distance, like extreme distance, especially given your vantage point, flashes of light. And once you notice that they are there, they do not stop.
Where's the light coming from?
Forbidden Zone.
And does that have a specific source in the Forbidden Zone?
No, it's extreme distance.
But it simply cannot be good.
as the journey continues. A low thrumming / rumbling begins to be heard by all of you. It increases and decreases somewhat over time, but it also never stops. And that's like a couple days after noticing the lights in the distance.
Message the peoples.
The fuck's the peoples?
The peoples whose name I can't remember. Caldero? No. Callahan. Find out how they're doing.
Get the equivalency of a busy tone.
Fair enough. Carry on. Please.
No additional action. You proceed forward. The boundary line is now in sight. You can see where the ground just stops being like any amount of alive. Essentially, it goes from grassy plains to just gray wastes. All the area that you can see. Straight line, or well, a curving line, but still a line to your left and right.
Anything can pop up at any time. So I feel the need to prepare whatever weapons we have.
How are you guys sending the formation forward? Like, is it all just single line advance, or do we have offshoots and chevrons and shit?
Spearhead.
Well, then what's the spearhead?
Well, the point of the spear would be us, like on our ship.
And the ship that you're consolidating on is it your destroyer? Is it the much larger ship of Lucas's for the Graveguard?
That one I don't know. I think our destroyer in the middle with two big ships on either side and then a whole bunch of other ships and a spearhead would be cool. But I just said spearhead because I like Vanguard shit.
Really, it's up to Vashtir.
It is up to Vashtir.
You got a bunch of transports, you have as many combats as you think you have at this point.
I've sat here with one sock on and one sock off for like 3 hours. I'm gonna take the other sock off.
Gross.
Just put the other sock back on.
Lucas is really the only one of a proper flagship, but that doesn't really matter. How do you proceed forward?
Vash now. Mardine, how are we organizing the ships? What are we doing? We are assaulting the place now. Are we?
You are almost at the boundary line between the Forbidden Zone and the rest of the world.
How are we setting the ships up? Are we just going in line formation where we're all right next to one another? Are we doing chevrons and fucking specific formations? Are we going full Roman with it? Like, what are we doing?
How many ships do we have?
A bunch. Quite a lot, really.
A bunch. A bunch.
In the target area. Use it.
Well, your target area is unknown. It's just wherever the hell.
Types of ships we
What's his
have.
face went. You have a lot of transport. You have a few destroyers, and you have one flagship, but it's Lucas's.
Armaments on the like location.
Destroyers and flagship, they're ready to fucking go. Transports, they're mainly transports. They have sparse defenses, if any.
Okay, so with that we're gonna do reverted strafing run. Where needed. I'm gonna have it. Find a piece of paper that's blank. Should have been drawn. So we have a lot of like ships. Up. Good even amount of each type of ship.
You have a fair amount. I'm not keeping track of all your shit anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
What amounts to essentially a bit greater than 10 on your transport for your actual people. Same for your defensive capable ships. And just one for the biggest ship.
I have them kind of like zigzag with one another, so like they're not gonna be firing into another ship,
Okay.
just in case.
And these are all manned by a combination of orcs that are freshly recruited from Raktesh, old members of the Band of Iron, people that you've picked up in Diakov, and whatever the hell the graveyard's got going on.
Yeah.
Are you ready for your advance into the territory once you have figured out your lines?
I guess chevrons are probably working pretty good.
Okay. So, smaller chevron groups, it sounds like? Each one approximately how many ships?
What we'll do, if we have enough, we'll do 3 chevrons. So that'll be 2 upward. Kind of side by side, and then 1.
And then one?
Mhm.
And then one what?
Oh, I'm saying like be 2 chevrons up, and then 1 chevron behind.
Okay.
You'll do like initial strafing run. Back. If that makes sense.
And is that mixed formation or like all the transports hanging back?
Mixed formation.
Okay.
But predominantly most transport back of it.
Okie doke. Alright. I'm assuming the ship that all you guys are on is the head of one of the frontmost, and then Lucas's thing is the head of the other one?
Yep.
Okay. As you go over this boundary line, I must ask, do any of you have any parasitic residue of any kind whatsoever?
When you say parasitic residue,
Yeah, please clarify.
Specifically from the Forbidden Zone.
I have nothing specifically from the Forbidden Zone.
Me neither.
I kind of got my whole setup my stone from the Forbidden Zone.
Everything he is from the Forbidden Zone, so.
And the green powder we got from cutting open Kieran.
You didn't get the green powder
No.
from cutting Kieran open.
It was produced in Belanue
Yeah.
from Kieran's blood, which came from the Forbidden Zone.
Well, it didn't come from, but it's part of.
It's part of.
As you go across this boundary line, around you, you see, especially dwarves, mainly dwarves, collapse, and blood begin to stream from their noses.
Ah, fuck.
As you examine one of them, you can see a sharp stalagmite of that greenish crystal begin to jut from its face.
Goddamn.
They dead, son.
Do or die, right now. The ships are moving.
Dwarves can't go, so we either sacrifice all the dwarves or turn around and let them all off. Right now.
Splash some of them with the parasitic powder.
It's in their brain.
It is in their brain. We can't really do anything about that.
You can have them fall back to the
Lucas
ship in
is
the
line
further
is
in the back.
advancing.
Have
They
them fall
can't-
back to the ship in the back and have that last transport turn around.
They can't fall back. They're dying. We all have to turn around. Put the bitches. If we're gonna save them, we have to put these bitches in reverse and then do that.
That's what I was like. That's what I meant.
Okay, just because there is a lot of chaos going on right now. Vashnir, in order for you to get your orders out, I want you to roll a dice. Or, give a big rousing display that involves a bunch of yelling, but I don't think you want to do that right now. Persuasion, a check. Or fucking go for it in character. You get a pass on this solely because yelling is not normally an accepted activity.
It wasn't very high.
Well, luckily the DC is adjusted by how much they respect you, so give me your number.
Fuck it. God damn it. Look in the way. Move. That is a 12.
Okay,
Yeah. Wait, is it a 12? Yeah, that's a 12.
okay. Not very high, but you do manage, because once again DC adjusted to you. You do manage to get your own ship to come to a stop.
There's no hurry.
Before anything progressed significantly further. And you do send a rider off to go inform the others as quickly as they can. Luckily, your ship was the front of your chevron, and Lucas's ship doesn't really have a lot of your guys on it. So your fatalities from this are contained.
I sure immediately write to Lucas why I stopped and what I need to do.
The formation reverses.
The attack will still continue, we'll just be down the ship. And good amount of
A
men.
whole lot of dwarves.
I will not have them die for nothing.
As you're moving one of the corpses onto whatever it is thing that you're trying to store them in. Simply because they're probably being looked at, you do see that that green protuberance has started to dissolve away. And the only thing remaining are the various holes they poked on their way out.
I can fix that.
I don't think you should fix that.
I don't know how dwarves are buried, so you can't really have an open casket. Like that. I mean, I can bring them back to life, but only a certain amount. And I'm talking properly, not zombies. Not even zombies, husks. Zombies have some amount of drive to them. The things I bring back just have nothing.
I'm not sure if I could live with that.
Oh no, I'm talking about I could, like, every day I can bring back 3 individuals. I don't know how many we had on this ship, but I can bring back 3 every day. But we have to repair the damage first.
You definitely lost at least 20. Those unfortunate souls in the front of the ship.
Get them on the transport and get them out of here.
Bring
It
the
takes
ships.
7 days to bring them all back. It'd take a week to bring all 20 back.
Bring the
Don't have
ships
that.
in for a landing. And send people to one of the transport ships that you designate as sacrifice for this. Where are you sending them?
Probably Nightbringer. Or whichever of our...
That's so far away.
I was about to say, whichever of our bases, like proper bases, castles is closest.
Mechanically, probably skirt around the southern part of the circle and the place in Villeneuve.
That would be my first thought to do. Because if they're not useful here, they need to be able to be on backup.
Yeah.
So I guess you send them away. They
Yeah.
start south. Are you doing anything now that you have brought everything to land?
Right, we're gonna regroup, and then get some troops moved around to where each ship's fairly even again.
I would imagine.
Go over and then probably question, make sure no one has anything on them. They've been in any kind of contact.
Yeah, after you bring forth the bodies, a lot of the ones that are somewhat infected, they go away. And maybe some of the ones that aren't. You don't know.
I could. No.
And we don't have the time to,
Mhm.
proof check everything.
Yep.
They say they don't want to go, they don't want to go. That's
What this
I'm
means
not
is
telling
that...
them that.
Absolutely. But what this does mean is that mechanically your dwarven units are now a rarity amongst your ranks. There is no longer a roughly equivalency between orcs and dwarves. This matters for their attack and defense stats respectively.
Yeah. I don't need more dying and then trust failing.
Getting ready, trying again?
Yep.
Alright.
Back in formation. Lean the tip of the spear on one end.
You head back into the Forbidden Zone. You're very lucky you were leading that. Otherwise, there were probably a few dwarven pilots.
Yeah.
You are now inside of the Forbidden Zone. The air itself feels dry and dead. And there's just a pervading sense of you shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Then also we've had that feeling. Has anything changed?
That thrumming you've been hearing you now kind of feel. And the lights are brighter, but you still can't see what's making them. Because of the curvature of the planet.
What are you talking about? The
I will
Earth is
throw
flat.
you.
Never mind. I mean, no comment.
I will target you if you start exposing some flat earth shit. You've been in a skyship. You can see it bends. No, it's just the mists.
It's just
No, the world
film
just
on-
ends, but I don't know what I mean. I don't know what you're talking about. The shit just ends. We're on an elephant.
I believe it's a turtle.
Sorry, we're on the back of a turtle that's and 4 elephants are carrying the world and whatever the fuck. I don't remember. It was a thing. I can't remember what the fuck exactly it was.
Welcome to the Forbidden Zone.
We've been here before.
Have you done well any of the times you've been here?
No, but we
Yeah.
also weren't gods back then. Sorry. Demigods.
This is the place where gods die.
There's still one god alive here. Maybe
Before you
God.
took his eye.
No, he just opened his eye and it gave me an object. I didn't take his eye.
Fucking thing came out of his eye.
Maybe.
Maybe my ass.
Carrying on forward, Veshnu.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's on edge, but for the first few days, nothing occurs. Or, at least, nothing that bothers you. As you're in the sky, you are unaffected by the small hordes you see on the ground below. Inky black creatures, shifting in and out of what appear to be hidden holes on this otherwise featureless landscape. On the next night, off in the distance, that thrumming, you can see it now properly. You see the flashes of color, and if you utilize like a spyglass or something, you can see that there are some other ships in the air shooting down large elemental batteries.
Yeah.
You can also see grotesque goo-like creatures streaming through the flashes of light, attempting to reach them. Only being halted by the endless amount of actual battering that's happening. Looking at the actual ships themselves, you can make out the colors to signify that they are of the Attican Navy. As though anybody else has proper skyships.
Alexa could have had some.
If you guys are doing anything other than approaching, I need to know.
I'm not. I'm here to fuck shit up, and I can't really go down there and fuck anything up right now.
What do you mean? You're a god. Hop on down. I'll add another one to the collection.
I'm good, Boo. Don't worry about it.
Are we close enough to hail the Attican ships? Or assist them?
At the moment, they're still far away. I think you'd have to get kind of... You'd have to get kind of creative to break into whatever line of communication they're currently using. As your ships continue to progress, Vashnir, you see a problem.
What's the problem?
One of the large humanoid form goo creatures is underneath your formation. And its head, quotation marks, is snapped up looking at you. Unrealistically gangly limbs, composed of who knows how many various squirming creatures. With a strange, almost like hammerhead-esque head.
Is it like directly under the ships?
It's in your path, and it's watching you intently. As it stands, it has no chance of reaching you, but you've also seen what's happening off in the distance. So, who knows?
Information. God damn it. Fucking pen.
What?
Trying to draw with a pen and don't want to draw.
Okay. Ah, yes. Visual things.
What's happening?
I don't know, he's drawing something. I'm very curious.
Yeah, look at it. Like, how far below is it?
Easily a few 100 feet. Like, you're not skimming the ground, you're in... I live up here, safe away from the bad things. But the bad things are fast.
Like that.
I have to go to bed. Fuck.
I want to get you guys to the camp. I'm trying here, man. I'm doing all I can.
Or something like that. In case something happens, we can go to have them switch to a diamond-like formation. Is it diamond? The 5-sided thing, or is that?
5-sided pentagon?
No, what's the one that's like more flat? Like it's flat in the bottom, like it's.
Trapezoid.
Yeah, kind of like that. And if it tries to do anything, it's pretty much in a kill zone, and they just.
Okay, are you flying over it then?
If it's in our way, we're gonna
It is.
move the ships into. If it's like, if it's in front of us, we're gonna move the ships to a formation, and if it flinches, does anything that looks like it's going to attack us, it's now in a kill zone. All the cannons are facing down. They're not gonna fucking hit another ship. Just
Alright.
fuck it up.
Here. I'll let you do this. I need you to roll initiative 5 times. 4 of them are a flat roll, 1 is yours.
Okay.
And then I roll for big scary monster.
So it does look like it's going to attack us, or it tries to.
As you are hovering over it, it twitches. Something in its goo brain said they're in range.
Another D20. Oh, yeah, another D20. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Also, with what are you assaulting this thing, specifically? A lot of your defenses are ballista-based. You do have some of the elemental explosion ballistas, though not a whole bunch. So use them wisely.
Gotcha. $13, 14. See if I can roll one higher than.
I hope you get something
3.
higher than 14. 13, a 14.
Is the initiative based off my
Your initiative is based off of your initiative. All the
Okay.
others are flat rolls.
14. Okay. 17 and that. And then for mine, it'd be 22.
Okay, so what are each of them?
13, 14, 14, 17, 22.
Okay. A majority of your things did not beat its initiative.
Ah.
So, as you begin your assault with the ballistas, it's not quite enough to dismember this thing and prevent it from seemingly ripping off a piece of itself and tossing it at the ship at the rightmost position of your formation. Which most of it goes wide, but some of it does manage to stick onto the side of it, which you can then see begin to squirm and worm its way inside as the rest of the ships eventually split this thing into a smaller creature. That ship over there is currently under assault.
Shit.
You want me to
How
go over
big
there?
how big of a splash? If you can, yes. Get them
Going
to
over
use the vials if need be.
Well,
Going over there.
they're currently enacting, oh god, shit, we're being boarded. Luckily, a couple very enterprising orcs have some good solutions for that.
Good on them.
Well, it'll stop most of your shit from getting infected.
Good on them. They could probably use a heavy hitter.
I need to see that, actually.
Well,
Surprisingly, well, I gotta roll mass scale combat rules for whenever it's happening over there before you get there. By the time you get there, though, they're honestly doing pretty well. Like, it took them by surprise, but they've been paranoid since they crossed the barrier. So a lot of the orcs and whatnot are just walking around in the special armor.
Fucking fair. I don't know why they weren't to begin with.
Because he's heavy and is really hot.
Yeah, well, do you care about heavy and hot now, motherfucker?
They do not. So by the time you get over there, you do see that it has managed to infiltrate a couple of the wyverns. And they've been put down as a result, but most of the actual creatures themselves have been dispatched and removed from the ship. You assist with the last scraping things off the side bit.
I can fly.
Yeah.
It makes it really easy.
As the formation continues.
I am just kind of gonna fly as much as possible, helping out where needed.
Well, at the moment, that was the only thing in this region.
I know, I'm just saying, as needed, as things stand, I can fly at fast as fuck boy speeds. So.
But I'm assuming you returned to Vashnir's command ship right now.
Yeah. Until I see something about to do some fucked shit, I'm gonna stay on Vashnir's ship, but I am gonna, if we have what equates to a crow's nest, I'm going to stay up there so I have an easier vantage point to fly off. And I'm going to let Vashnir know this. Vashnir, this is me letting you know that I'm doing that.
Understood.
Does anything change how you're traveling based upon what you just encountered?
Well, we're going to try to see if we can avoid the...
Okay, so evasive whenever possible. Not like, there it is, shoot it before it has a chance to get us.
Yeah.
Because ammo. Okay, realistically that comes down to the pilots. Jodak, you piloting the ship at the moment?
Yes.
Alright, make a piloting check. I'll see how this goes. Because everybody else is basically following your lead. At least in this chevron. I'll roll for Lucas's. Medina, you roll with a +4 for the final chevron.
Gotcha.
Bog standard piloting check. $27.
But which one am I rolling again?
Just a d20 +4.
Okay. 4 is 19.
Okay. You do see that the Graveguard chevron has some problems, and it looks like one of the ships ends up going down as a result of it. But could be worse. It's not good, but could be worse.
Could be many times worse. Could have lost a big flagship.
Honestly, that's probably the one place that's safe, but everyone else on board will die. Continuing forward, you can see that essentially there's a whole bunch of sky ships just kind of circling something that you can't make out due to the sheer flashing lights of elemental bursts happening around it. As you are getting closer, a smaller, like, not even like a scout ship, just like probably 2 steps above a personal vessel, will come over and dock at Lucas's ship for reasons which are fair. If you're just gonna let that happen, then shortly afterward, Vashni, you will receive a letter. On it, it says, "Evidently my uncle is participating in the battle ahead, along with a fair amount of friends of Jodak's. They would like to have a conversation regarding what it is we plan to do here. I deferred to your judgment in most of that, but given your reputation, they were willing to allow us audience there."
Understood.
The ship is on the north end of this circle, so we have some traveling to do, but according to them, we'll know it when we see it.
Alright.
Turn your forces northward. As you do eventually see a... Oh, that's a warship. Like big battleship level.
Nice.
Ow.
What would you like to do?
Yeah. Say request audience. I guess we'll opposite it.
Who's we and how? Just pulling up your whole ass ship?
Yes, I would have to board. I currently do not fly.
You have wyverns, you have a carpet, you have options. But if you want to pull up the
It's
ship...
more formal, just kind of like pull up and ask, make sure you get permission. Board.
Okay.
Come aboard.
So you pull up, ask for permission to come aboard. You do see that there is one of your wyverns coming from Lucas's ship. Now, anyway. That touches off on board your deck. The pilot that was conscripted to take him over there kind of grunts, and Lucas slides off the back. I figured it would be appropriate if I were here as well.
It would be.
And we will discuss what is happening here next time, as it is time for the people with standard jobs to go to bed.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Exactly.
My standard job doesn't usually have me waking up this early.
But alrighty.
I have bills.
Goodbye. Till next time.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye, good night.
Bye. Until next time.